Okay, should be good to go. Alright, let's just do this and then let's get this game going in here. Doot and shoot. I'm just waiting for the game to come up so that I can get it in the window for it to show up on the stream. Computer wants to be a little slow. There we go. Yeah, I needed to do. Yes. I know it's not full screen for you guys yet. I just want to let it play out first. Those were easily disturbed. Oh no, that's not good. Alright, full screen, and then there you go. Okay, that's pretty full screen for you guys now. Alright, so there's that. Okay. Text speed. Is this slow? Is this fast? Well, I want it to be really fast, so skip unseen text, skip after choices. This should be fine, I think. I don't really know. I mean, I just wonder how you can make such a cute game into a very psychologically challenging game. I don't really know how to describe that, I guess. I mean, I guess we're just gonna go ahead and just start it. Please enter your name. Oh, my name? I mean, I guess I'm playing a guy in this, so we're gonna use the same name from Dream Daddy, and we're just no, you know what? No, we're just gonna go with silly. We're just gonna go with OSoSilly. No, we're just gonna go with silly. Just silly. Just silly is nice. A nice starter. A little short name. Sure, why not? Nice little short name. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Okay. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she'd oversleep more and more frequently, and now I get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Aw, she's adorable. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Aw, I'm sorry. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Maybe. I don't know. More cute reactions I might. That's mean, silly. Well, you're still my friend, so... Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Silly's kind of mean in here. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. I don't know, maybe. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the streets together and make our way to school. Ooh, these are some nice houses. I'm just looking at the houses. Ooh, he's nice. Usually people stay in like some pretty like basic housing and like the dating sim kind of thing. Like these houses are nice. They're like, ooh. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Maybe I just like the architecture style of it, but it looks nice. By the way, silly, have you decided on a club to join yet? There's clubs. A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Oh, right, they are. That's in the title, isn't it? Doki Doki Literature Club. I guess I'm going to be joining their club, aren't I? Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills for college. Oh, well, thank you for taking such interest in my personal psychology. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I hope you're happy now, but I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I wouldn't be a NEET, I'd just be very closed off to the world, that's all. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Oh, she's so sweet. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little bit? Sure, Sayori, whatever you want. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! She's so cute. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Oh, it makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Oh, Sayori must have come to the classroom I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the closet. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I thought I'd catch you coming out of the closet. Yeah, because that's just how I am. I just come out of the closet, just like the woodworks. But I saw you just sitting there and spacing out as I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, you could come to my club. Literature club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. She's so mean. Main character is so mean. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Main character is so mean in here. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. That's what I joined in high school. I was in the anime club. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Girl, don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay, let's go. Okay, and thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Oh, excuse you, Miss Thing. Way to kill the atmosphere. Boys can I figured I was playing a boy in this anyways, but yeah, it's so boys can to read too. Ah, silly, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I don't know you. Do I know you? I don't know. All words escape me in the situation. I don't know. Maybe I have class with her or something. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Of course, that's the first thing you notice as a boy. Why wouldn't you? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Well, I know she's Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Just because she's small, she automatically has to be a freshman. She's probably like a senior for all I know. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori, unless they have like a difference of color, costume with their uniform, which it doesn't really look like they do. So I'm just gonna assume that they're all... Well, some schools they have like a variation depending on the year. Cause like with like some Catholic girls' schools, they change the color of their skirts depending on the year. Sayori says that quietly to my ear and then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Silly. I guess. I've never met you before, but apparently I've met you before. Monica smiles sweet. She has to have a class with me, I guess, or something. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. It's always the type. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... intimidating? You too, Monica. Yeah, he's intimidated. Come sit down, Silly. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Tsundere type. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to like little cats. Oh, they should have like a little picture to show what it looks like. That sounds really cute. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate are used to make the ears. Oh, that sounds really cute. That sounds like something I would see on like Instagram or Pinterest or something. That sounds really cute. Now I really want to like have some white chocolate cat cupcakes. That sounds really good right now. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Yeah, she's definitely the tsundere type. I thought you technically did. So you already said, well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. She's so cute. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down in the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. A little bit of a cold. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. I feel like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Isn't that what they do most of the time anyway when they're not sports clubs? It's always about the budget and what are we going to do for this event? Isn't that usually what it is? I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Silly, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Fellow manga reader? Hello? Not much of a reader, I guess. Manga's reading. It's just words with pictures. You can still read manga. I like manga. You know, it's like comic books. Still reading. Still, you know, things to read that you can't see from the pictures. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me so well. The irony that she says that in this game is psychological horror aspects to it. So I'm wondering if she's like almost kind of like teasing about the future of this game, which I haven't seen anyone play this, by the way, so I don't really know what I'm going to be expecting. I've just seen memes, and I'm hoping that the memes are being dramatic as hell. Which they're probably not, but still. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Okay. She's already getting a little bit on the creepy boat, which is fine. Because I was already aiming for her, I guess, anyway, but I wouldn't expect an elegant girl like her to just be all like, oh yeah, I read horror every now and then, some psychological stuff to, you know, stuff that messes with your head. Like, I wouldn't expect that from you. I mean, go do your thing though. You know, no one's gonna stop you. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I could relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Hi. Never mind. Why doesn't she want to speak her mind around me? That's right, you like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It like you were working on a poem called Don't You Say It Out Loud! Give it back! Did it have a really cute title? Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Oh, the more she tries to deny it, the cuter she gets. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Nope, she said never mind, I'm not doing that. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Sarah's like, yeah, let's do it. Everyone else is like, no. Plus, now we have a new number. Now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, silly? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh, they're all giving me very cute faces. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Monika looks so hurt. She's like, oh no, don't tell me you're leaving. But I'm sorry, I thought Natsuki just looks so disappointed. She's just like, whatever. Silly. You all. I'm defenseless against three girls. I'm sorry, these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. He really did scare me for a moment. If he really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Silly, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah, sure. Can I really impress this class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel like the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Silly, once we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sierra and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! She's so cute. She's like a gentle cute. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. I just need some water real quick. So my mouth is like, I don't know. I feel like that pizza is like making me like weirdly for some reason. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do I have to like actually write a I actually have to write a poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the best. Okay. Rainbow memories, captive whisper, excitement, extreme lust, disaster, cheer, sadness. She likes horror, but she's super cute. But then, well, childhood best friend, she's gonna like whatever. I don't know why. This Snatsuki is adorable. Maybe just because she's like the type that I feel like would be like easy to tease. But she's adorable. She's adorable. I can't stand it. She's adorable. We're gonna go for the horror girl, so I don't know, maybe she'll like Rainbow Memories. Captive? Oh god, she might actually like that though. Captive. Yeah, of course you like that. Sunset Jump, Nibble, Prayer, Nature, Variance, Heart, Parfait, Boop, Boop, Boop. And Nibble? Oh god, she like no, that's probably not no Variance. Prayer? Does she want Prayer? Okay, she likes Prayer. Ooh, Graveyard. Secretive, Disoriented, Graveyard. Yeah, she liked that. Okay, Misfortune. She might like Misfortune. Vertigo. What, like sick? Misfortune. Oh, she likes. Why do you like Misfortune? Why do you? I expected her to like it. Why do you like it? Blanket, Dazzle, Broken. I don't know. Sensation. Electricity. I don't know. Sensation. Okay, she does like a sensation. Okay, so hers doesn't necessarily have to be the negative stuff. It's just anything that. Oh, well, there's death. So. Oh, she likes death. Why do you like death? I can't tell what's associated. I mean, obviously all the cute stuff's gonna go to her because she likes all the cute stuff. Atone. Wait, atone or agonizing? Atone? Okay. So maybe she just likes more of like she says she likes horror stories, so maybe stuff that's just more like it creates an atmosphere where it's like that versus things that are actually like negative. Because I mean, we picked death and freaking childhood one like that. I don't know why she liked that. I don't know what hers is. Hers is probably like the most extreme out of everybody's. Desire. Does she like this skirt? Really? Desire. Okay, so hers is more of like the sensations of horror, I guess. Anger, defeat, fear. You like fear? No, hers is fear. Yours, stop it. Imagination. Imagination. Yeah, okay, she likes imagination. Oh wait, I'm 11 out of 20. Oh, whoa. I think she's in the lead, unfortunately. Judgment, pleasure, unrequited romance, melancholy. Oh no, no. The pleasure? Okay, so that's pleasure. Maybe I just need to go just by like fantasy? Maybe. What does effulgent mean? Effulgent? It sounds like indulgent, but I feel like that's not the same word. The fantasy? Damn, she likes fantasy. Shit. I mean, not shit. I like her better. I mean, not better, but I like her better than her. I don't want her. I like her the most, but I don't want her to have any. She already has the most. Disarray. Dark. What about dark? Dark? Bitch! Okay. Shit. Feather, nightgown, friends, infallible, ribbon, eternity, tenacious. Okay, what about nightgown? You want nightgown or tenacious? Because, I mean, tenacious can be anything. Technically. What about nightgown? Damn it! That was her. Fuck. Alright, 5 more. Covet? Covet? The covet? Okay, she likes covet. Horror. Horror! There you go. Heaven sent childhood explode. Rose. Rose can be horror related. Nope, it's not. Shit. 2 more. Despise. Passion. Passion? Fuck! I can't tell what gets her. Vivacious, game, sparkle, beauty, depression. Beauty. Fuck you. 1 more. Wrath, misery, lollipop. I don't know. Misery? Bitch. Fine. She liked it the most. I didn't want to go with her. Hi again, silly. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. How long has it been already? It's just... I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, silly. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. That's not very nice, Natsuki. Hi. Welcome. I don't really see, I can't see all of your name on there. So I'm gonna call you Enchilada because I don't want to say the first part of your name. If that's okay with you. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't even know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Okay, Natsuki, it's fine. I'm kinda already stuck here anyway. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Ooh. Yeah, ooh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Silly always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Girl, how do you do that cleaning up your room? Is that so? I hope there was a totally separate incident versus her just... I don't even know. Like, how do you even? Like, how does that even happen? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Silly can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. Sorry, throat. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori... Me? She brought me a gift? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Yeah, I want to know what is it. What'd you give me? Never mind. No, don't hide it. I want to know. I want a gift. It's only my second day. I'm eager. What gift? Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She's adorable! She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I murdered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It sounds like this is a book she's already read and she just bought me another copy for it. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. What? There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. What? Is this a horror? Did she give me a horror book? Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. So, basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. Okay. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. This is where the psychological horror stuff comes in, I see. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Did he forget already that, you know, hey, she kinda, you know, did warn you she likes the darker stuff. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Okay, like 40 minutes. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Silly? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I feel like there's a lot of foreshadowing here that I'm not comprehending. I'm rambling, aren't I? No, not again. Oh, she's saying it. Not again. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Yeah, just relax. Dark literature girl. She scared me a little bit, but I mean, I'm still kind of interested. I mean, I feel like Natsuki's not going to be any better. At least I'm kind of already aware that she's going to be the horror person in this. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip it to the seat next to Yuri's. I'm making her nervous. Yeah, are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. I can relate to that. I'm used to reading by myself. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Oh yeah, she's so adorable. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh, look, we got a thing. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to their side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Oh, right. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. That's adorable. I actually had never seen, like, people reading from the same book like that. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought. Ha! It's a silly thought. But the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my phone. Oh, they followed me. I'm sorry, Enchilada. It usually gives me like a notification when I get the following. I didn't realize it didn't go through, but I'm now acknowledging later down the line that you followed me. I am sorry about that. It usually comes up on the thing and I would have heard it, but sometimes the thing doesn't come up as often, so I don't even see it until later, so that's unfortunate. Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But silly, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that it's kind of cute. Ooh, and she liked that. She liked it. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Ooh, I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Oh. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica writes hers on a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. This reminds me when I took the creative class. Who should I show my poem to first? Why are they giving me choices? They know... Should I just show it to the person who just got the most points from it? 'Cause, I mean, if that's the case, I might as well just show it all to Sayori, because for some reason I was getting all the points with Sayori, even though it was some real question mark stuff in there. Like death and agony and all that other stuff. I'm like, why in the world would that be a good thing for you? But whatever. Natsuki's was like the cute stuff, which I didn't click on because I wanted to get like more horror stuff, which was for Yuri, but stuff I thought I was clicking for Yuri. Excuse me. The stuff I thought I was clicking for Yuri was actually for Sayori. But Monica didn't have a picture for hers for some reason. I don't know why she didn't have a little thing that didn't come up, which was very weird. Whatever, we're gonna go for Yuri, because I like Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. I like Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Oh, what was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Oh, poor baby. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Oh, hers is pretty. Oh wait, ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. That is very impressive. She's gonna be like a writing professor when she gets older. It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Silly. Me too. Who should I write my poem to next? I guess Natsuki, since she was the... I should probably technically do Sayori, but I really don't want to do Sayori. Sayori's got some weirdness to her. Let's go Natsuki. I just don't want to do Sayori. What? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh my god, hers is cute. It was like a little first grade poem. That's adorable. Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. How come her interaction was so short? Sayori and Monica. I don't know if I should be more scared of Sayori or Monica, because Sayori was getting pumped from all the negative stuff. But the Mayuri wasn't even on the thing, so I'm not even sure how to feel about Monica. I really don't even know. We're gonna go with Sayori and then Monica, because, yeah. At least we know what we're getting with Sayori, as messed up as she is. This is a good poem, Silly. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you did write one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Silly. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. She's the only reason you joined. You had no initiative of your own to join this club. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of saying thank you. Oh, that'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh, hers is like a little letter. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I feel like hers is a very indirect poem. Sayori, This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Just it came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, she's like me. As soon as she wakes up, she has to have something to eat. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I write my poem to next? Monica! Because, yes. Hi, silly. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? I don't have much of a choice. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, silly. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, silly. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. You know, she's into like this super like deep Fitzgerald writing. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Nah, she could probably write for like tons of grants and be a-okay. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long day. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I like to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? That's the main thing I was waiting on, because I'm like, she's talking a lot, but I just want to see what her poem's like. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall? It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Other side. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting the emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind it? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Sounds like a radio station. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I'm sorry. You gotta give Yuri a break. She didn't mean it that way. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it. And Silly did too. And so based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Silly liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? Oh no, here's the teasing. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Silly appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. That was shade. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Silly started showing up. Natsuki! Is she saying she wore a push-up bra? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Oh no, please don't put me in this. Silly. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Silly. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Oh my goodness, I'm not about to go back and forth with y'all different interpretation of how this poem should be read and interpreted. I don't know, I don't care. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Silly? Well? I'm so sorry, what? How did I get dragged to this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... What the hell am I supposed to do? I don't want Natsuki to hate me. I feel like if you go to Sayori, they're just both gonna just... I already chose Yuri as my girl anyway, so we're gonna go with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. It becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. I don't really feel bad for her. She seems like the type that would get herself in that situation anyway. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna go do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri, how could anyone not have gotten frustrated at being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, silly, you're too kind. Oh, shucks. I'll do anything for you, Yuri. I'm thankful to have you as a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. She wasn't paying attention. Woo! Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Silly, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a proper job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Silly! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It surely has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. Silly, it's nice that I get to spend some time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Aww. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, and here we go. He wants... I don't want to be more than friends. Like, well, if it gets there, it gets there. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pet Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. I'm probably gonna stop after this because I'm getting tired. Imagination, after image, bubbles, cheeks spinning, playground bunny, portrait. Portrait? Okay, she doesn't say portrait. Romance, whisper, sadness, unending. Unending? Okay, so she likes more like imagery, like symbolic, more kind of words. Forgive eternity, together, defeat eternity? Okay, embrace, existence, clumsy, essence. One of these, essence? Okay. Electricity, electricity. Bliss, giggle, headphones, unstable, despise, uncanny. Bliss? No, that was hers, shit. Tenacious, meager, horror, dance, marshmallow, sensation, unrequited comfort. Horror. Ambient, dazzle, graveyard, uncontrollable beauty, raindrop, judgment, passion. Oh wait, that was her. Fuck. Philosophy, depression. Amazing, candy, ribbon, silly. Me silly. That's probably for her though. Philosophy? Okay. Special, sticky, shiny, Valentine, happiness, marriage, secretive? Okay. Fantasy, anime. Dark? Damn it! Daydream, boot, agonizing, precious, dream. I wonder what happens if I just like get all like the negative words. Would that do something? Agonizing. Incapable, landscape, fluffy, whirlwind, disarray. Doki Doki. Disarray. Intellectual, disoriented, clouds, breathe, destiny, waterfall, hopeless, intellectual, determination, sing, entropy. I don't remember what entropy is. Swimsuit, lipstick, music, determination. I don't know. Determination? Okay. Infallible, climax, firefly, shame. Adventure time. Hair. Fuck. I don't remember. Whistle, tragedy, papa, nature, sunset, rose. Damn it. Misfortune, incongruent, extraordinary, pleasure, restrained, melancholy. Starscape, analysis, massacre, Starscape, rain cloud, frick. Okay, I'm gonna save it here because I'm getting pretty tired. I don't want to have like another like 5 yawns in the next 10 minutes. So that was it with this, and we're gonna stop here and we're gonna continue this in the next stream. So far nothing weird's happened yet. I don't know when the weird stuff happens. I mean, I already feel like stuff is getting foreshadowed from their different writing styles, so to speak. Yuri really likes the horror stuff. Not Datsuki, she's just cute stuff. I'm not really worried about her, but hers is talking about giving up, and I'm like, is she going to be okay? Maybe? I don't know. And then Sayuri, her, I don't know why hers is when that you do the poem things, all like the negative stuff comes at her. I mean, hers isn't all negative, but it's just like, why does death impress you more with all that stuff? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And how come with Monica's you can't impress Monica when maybe writing the poem? That doesn't make sense. I don't understand it. Excuse me. But yep, that's it for this stream. And I will see you guys for the next one. Bye bye.